All right, finally. I'm actually gonna start scheduling the stream to be at 4:30.
That's cool. That's works for me.
Traffic be on that bullshit when I'm on my way home from work. I
I was
be
glad you said four because I got to go get my kids and stuff. I had to rush back. And the wind is crazy up here, man. You should video to YouTube to see how crazy this wind is out here for people to see. This shit is ridiculous.
shit. What y'all got like them 100 mile per hour? Not 100, but like
Let me check my phone. Let me see where the weather's at right now.
shit. Cause I know out here we in that little heat. Well, that transition to heat.
Our winds are at 45 miles an hour right now.
You got me fucked up. Okay.
But that's like the norm when it's wintertime up here, up in the mountains and shit where I live at. Oh, 10% chance of rain. Okay.
Wait. So 40 miles per hour is normal.
It's kind of the norm ish.
Not an ounce of that shit seems normal over here.
Well, I mean, watch. I'm gonna upload a video. Like it's like a little 10-second video. I was outside, like just looking for the. I was going to the mail because my Beat earbuds supposed to be in the mail, which they haven't came yet. And like I just took my phone out and I just recorded a couple of videos of the wind. This shit is crazy.
That shit's wild to me. You mean to tell me 40 mile per hour winds is normal for one?
Yeah, yeah. Up here in the wintertime, up in the Hesperia, California, it's normal. And the rain and snow is all normal.
That shit's wild to me. 40 mile per hour? I'm
Yeah,
not ready for that.
that's light. When they get up to 100, like you hear my window knocking, it'll sound like this at night. That's how it sounds at night.
And you ain't got no problem with that. Oh hell no.
I'm used to it. So my wife's snoring. That shit don't bother me.
See, like snoring, I'm cool with. Like I could deal with snoring. When it comes to
Hold up,
that shit,
hold up. I didn't call you. Huh.
yeah. When it comes to that shit though, I'm not
Uh,
well prepared.
I'm used to it. I've been up here so long. I'm used to it.
Shit must be nice. I'm used to heat, not 40 mile per hour winds sound like someone trying to break into my damn house. But fuck all that shit.
The cold thing about it is though the wind up here when it's cold it get like to 29 degrees and like around 30ish. The wind hits you. I swear to God, it chills you to your bones.
See, I don't do good in cold. I'm a freezer like a little bitch. It's bad enough I'm going to packs where it's already supposed to be some damn snowstorm. So I gotta prepare
Yeah,
for that fuck shit.
I went to go do my E3 registration and I was looking at all the shit you had to go through. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'll pass.
Wow, what's so
Don't worry
crazy
about
about it now?
It's more money than last year,
Oh, okay.
which is bullshit. Three every year for 4 years, except for last year. I actually got to go and I got a hell of a discount. They're not giving me my discount. And I'm like, no.
That shit, man. I don't know. I'm
Plus, to
planning
be
on
honest with
going.
you, I don't know. It's up in the air, but I gotta think about WonderCon, I gotta think about Vegas Con, and I gotta think about the Anime Expo. I actually get paid for doing those things.
Shit, you gotta go to
Like
where the money's at that point. You just gotta go for the bag. Shit.
E3 was just a thing that it was my first time actually going inside, and and a bonus, Ricky and Chase was there. You know what I'm saying? That was a bonus. So I got to hang with them for a couple of days, and that's about it. And plus, I always go to these places. If I'm not going with my wife, I'm going by myself.
Word.
See me and my wife, we go to WonderCon, Long Beach Con, Anime X. No, Anime Expo. She doesn't like that shit, so I go work that. We go to that.
What's happening, Juggalo Tick? What's happening, Unknown? Well, we fully live now. Done with the damn pre-show talking.
Oh yeah.
You know what time it be. It's Run Those Games Podcast, episode 6. The homie Biggie's out there working, making that moolah. So as per usual, it's just me and the homie Eric running the podcast, running the show flow. You know how that shit go. Eric, go ahead and introduce yourself, family.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Hope y'all having a good day today. And let's talk some games, man.
All right, real shit, real shit. And as per usual, for those people who are not able to make the live podcast, the podcast is also available via SoundCloud. Soon enough, it will be available on Spotify. Got some things in the works with that. But y'all know who I be. Let's get on to the show. First things first, the Division 2 has been, I guess, announced, or I guess we'll just say it's announced. They didn't really give us no crazy trailer, nothing to expect, nothing. Just basically the Division 2 is confirmed and it will be shown at E3. I'm gonna let Eric.
That's all I saw. That's all I saw online.
I'm gonna let Eric take the floor on this one because he is the Division veteran and he was the original hype man for it. So go ahead and take a stand, brother.
It's up in the air to me because I had such high hopes for the first Division, and it just turned out to be a total flop. Now, what are we getting? Is it another just loot? Do mission loot. Is there any story, more customization? You know, like this is supposed to be an epidemic about, you know, sickness, right?
Right.
Am I correct? Where are the sick people?
Damn good.
Where's the survivalness? I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. They really got to step up with this one.
You get no disagreement from your boy over here. I will say
What's your
this.
thoughts on it?
I will say this. I got into the Division way after like it died, and now during this whole new revival process, I copped the entire game for like $20 or $30 because I had a PSN sale for the Gold Edition. And my initial thoughts was like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I watched, I think the live streams that Carter was doing and all of them, and I was like, this game looks like fun. But I swear to God, maybe 2 weeks after all that, they were like, this game's boring as fuck. And I was like, well, I'm glad I saved my money. Like, my friends who played the first one, they were like, dude, this game's fun. You'll enjoy it. Like, you like Destiny, this, that, and the third. I'm all like, yeah. And then next thing I know, they're like, dude, this game's boring as fuck. And I tried telling them, like, low-key, I was like, dude, I low-key feel like this game is kind of shiesty. I was like, let's not forget that what they showed us at E3 was DLC. That shit went over everybody's head. Like, they heard about it, they're like, whatever. We're going to get it anyways. Like, nigga, I want to see what I'm playing from the jump. So that kind of let me know, that kind of jaded me in the wrong way, feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I will say, like from playing it now, I do like it. Like, it is pretty fun when I, jump on every now and again. But it still feels empty. One thing I do not like about when, any game
That's it. Empty. That's it. That's the word I was looking for.
I got you. I reads the dictionary. Nah, but I'm playing. One thing I can't stand is like when open world games are open world for the sake of being open world, and it's just empty. Ubisoft is really good at making these open world or open landscape games with no substance to them. Like, I think the only games they've actually done that rather well with was the first few Assassin's Creeds. Like, those worlds, like, there's interaction. You'd hear some stuff. People, like, shit would happen. But it seems like along the lines, they're just making these somewhat beautiful landscapes with no substance. Like, I brought this up in the previous podcast, like with Wildlands. Why is everybody walking with no shoes? Where's the interaction? Where's this whole cartel shit? And I'm not seeing people trying to smuggle out, like, money to pay for drugs and shit like that. You feel me? There needs to be substance to these worlds that makes the player feel engaged or feel some type of way when they're playing the game. Like when GTA happens, there's random fucking events. Somebody's getting mugged, robbed, shot, police is out there shooting out with other gangsters. Shit like that. They need to take notes. That's my main critique for this next Division. If they want to do loot shooter, I'm all for it. That, that brings in hours and, it makes us play games for that much longer because we want to get more better loot and shit like that. But they need to have...
it's a false advertisement. They said it was an open world third-person shooter RPG. That's what they advertised it at.
They damn sure did that. And not to mention, they did make it seem like it was a realistic shooter at E3. I'm not forgetting that shit. Buddy shot somebody in the head, they died immediately. I shoot somebody in the head, they look at me and laugh. I have a problem with that shit. But they need to make it... If they're going to make it a loot shooter, advertise that shit. But also advertise the PvP elements that's beyond the Dark Zone. Contrary to popular belief, people really do like a team deathmatch or a free-for-all type of style of game. They like that shit. It's more competitive. With the Division, if you and your squad are basically the highest rank they could possibly get, and you know you have the top tier loot, you can just fuck with people who are trying to get top tier loot the entire time. There's no level of balance.
That makes people not want to play the game.
Exactly. You're moving.
It happened to me a couple times.
You're moving. You're basically making people not want to play the game because they can't collect their loot.
What's the point of having top tier loot when somebody? What's the point of having top tier loot going around stealing people that have lower loot? That's just trolling.
Exactly, and people do that shit. Hold on one second. People do that shit, and they get a certain enjoyment out of it. And the whole thing is, you want people to basically grind out and fight it out for loot. But if you have one top tier amount of players, and we all know that they're out there, and you have younger players or newer players trying to get in the game, they're not going to be able to close in that gap. And it's not even a skill gap. It's just a gap of, I was here when the shit popped off and you wasn't. Therefore, I can do whatever the fuck I want with you, and they're not going to play the game. They need to figure out, they just need to have a PvP element similar to Destiny. Like, legit, take what Destiny did, except make it better. That way people are rewarded for, you know, playing good in the team deathmatch, domination shit like that. Because they could do...
What's the part of the Dark Zone?
We don't know. Like, I thought the whole Dark Zone thing was like a certain mercenary mode where you could do contracts and shit like that. That's how I perceived it. And then, you know, you're going against other players. The way I seen the whole Dark Zone was like, you'll work as a squad for a little bit, but you could kill your squad and get all that loot for yourself type shit. Or you could try working with other people. And I thought it was like this whole type of paranoia and like, you know, you're picking who to trust type shit. That's the way I seen the Dark Zone. Like, every man for himself type shit. And if you want to squad up, you can squad up. But you need to be aware that you're going to go up against another squad. My whole thing about the Dark Zone was I felt like there should have been different lobbies for solo runners, duos, and squads. Like, same way that Fortnite has it, I feel like that's how the Division should have it. So if you want to go solo in the Dark Zone, you're going to fight nothing but people who are solo in the Dark Zone. If you're going to go in there like with you and your boy, it's just you and your boy in the Dark Zone. If you want to go in there with a squad, you go in there as a squad. That way people are not getting jumped by like 40 different people in the Dark Zone. That's just my perception of it. That's the way I think it should be done.
Away. If people can't enjoy the game, it turns them away.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we play games for what? To enjoy the shits. We want to have fun, create these moments.
Escape, you know, take your mind off of the bullshit in the world. And you got people that just want to troll you and just I was done. The day I played I was in the Dark Zone and I got killed by a team of 4. I'll take it.
Like, the whole thing is like people just want to play and have fun. I get it. You want to be competitive. Everybody's competitive in some shape or form. But there needs to be a playing field to where there's a level of improvement and also a skill gap. They need to find that balance. Like, I love you saying Siege as my example. There's a skill gap and there's also ways to improve. The thing about Siege is that no operator's OP at this state of Siege. And they just added 2 new operators and they're not OP. It's just a matter of skill. So if you want the different tools, or want to learn the different tools, you have to A, get the character, obviously. But B, you have to learn how to use those in a manner that benefits you and your teammates. It's not just, oh, I have line or whatever, so I can just scan people. It doesn't work that way, because if you just think that you're going to use them in Beast, you're not. You'll get fucking washed. No way around that shit. But, so we don't, you know, take up the whole show talking about the Division. I just want it to be a good, solid game. I do not want an empty open world for the sake of being open. I want there to be improvements to not only the mission design and the enemy design, but also the level design, where I see interactions within the world, where I actually see buildings kind of like, you know, give me that ominous type of view, ominous look and shit like that.
All I got to say is, fool me once, and I don't really think you're going to fool me again.
Oh, facts. I will say this. I almost forgot. The enemies, please give us a variety. There's only like 3 types of enemies, and when you kill one of them, they say Alex. I mean, he got Alex. Who the fuck is Alex? I digress, though. So, yes, I want the Division to be good. I will be watching it, you know, when, hopefully, if I do get into E3, when I go to E3, you know, bring out my live reaction, shit of that sort. Now,
well, you got to think about this though. And the last part is E3. They're going to show the best stuff.
Oh, of course. But I'm no longer a child watching E3. I'm a adult with, actual thoughts and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't getting fooled no more when it comes to video games. When it came to Star Wars Battlefront 2, nah, fam. I already knew what was up. I was like, I'm hyped. I want to play it. They have my boy Darth Maul. I'm copping it. But I was already thinking, how are they going to fuck this up? And long and behold, microtransactions. But I could rant about that shit all day.
I was like, the first Battlefront came out. I was like, when I downloaded the beta, I was like, this ain't nothing but Call of Duty with Star Wars. I'm not going to be sitting here playing this game getting killed by a stormtrooper camping in the corner or hiding on a rock. I'm not doing it.
I had way too much fun with the beta. I was like, this is going to be amazing. Next thing I know, oh, the beta's the full game. All right. Then I bought the second one. Oh, you could get better just by buying microtransactions? I mean, by buying loot boxes? Alright. That's why I'm happy that Disney's actually stepping in like, alright, EA, get the fuck out of here. Give us Star Wars back. You don't know what you're doing. But I don't know who they're going to try to approach with it. I really don't. Hopefully Blizzard. I feel like Blizzard could do Star Wars justice. But I remember that crap in the Dark Zone 5 minutes in there. You got popped by more than 10 people too. I'm saying, they need to get the Dark Zone correct. They're going to bring it back. But on to other news.
They need to have sick zombie infected. That's what it need to be.
That'd be lit. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is now going to be available for all platforms. And when I say all platforms, I mean all platforms. PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I really don't... I'm conflicted a little bit. Just a little bit. Only because I was so accustomed to seeing Crash just on the PlayStation that, like, when I seen the trailer, I thought that they were gonna bring back Crash Team Racing, honestly. I know it started off with a helicopter, but in my head, I was like, oh, they're like, about to show Crash Team Racing, like he's bringing over like the checkered flag or something. Nope. They're bringing the game across all platforms. Now, granted, I'm not mad about it. Not at all, because it's Crash Bandicoot and everybody has a certain childhood connection to Crash Bandicoot. I mean, it was like the poster child along with Spyro for Sony. Like, people remember when they associate Sony, they think Crash. There's like no debacle. It's Crash. But
yeah, when I got my PS1, remember the demo disc that came with it?
Oh, hell
Crash
yeah.
was. I played that one level out.
I'm saying,
I love Crash.
Like, I think it's good. I'm not gonna lie, it's just kind of like a fanboy a little bit in me. Like, contrary to popular belief, everybody has like a little fanboy that they tell to shut the fuck up. It's not that serious. And that's what I'm doing right now. I think it's good that it's going to be across all platforms. The platform that I think is going to benefit the most, and I'm going to stand by this, is the Nintendo Switch. I honestly believe that. That is like the perfect game for on-the-go type play. It's fucking Crash. You're just sitting on your couch, playing Crash, everybody else is watching TV. Or, you're on the plane, you're just...
Yeah, it's a more portable game than anything.
Yeah, because it's a platformer. It's a simple platformer that everybody knows and that everybody can enjoy. Granted, while the company who did make Crash admit that they made it harder, which is hilarious to me. I think that's fucking hilarious, but I think it is going to benefit the most on the Switch. PC people, I don't see them... I'm not going to say take it serious, but I don't see them playing it as much, like put in the hours. Xbox 360 or Xbox One people... Probably, gives them another game to play.
Most likely for the Xbox and PlayStation, it'll be for people that like to upload videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But PC, I don't really see PC players like, oh, I got to get Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I totally agree with you. It's more of the Switch thing. Because it's like, you sit on a plane, you sit on a bus, you got your Switch, because that's the hot thing. When I was at E3 last year, we were waiting to get in. There were people out there that had their Switches playing all kind of games and stuff.
See, like, I'm not mad. It's just the fanboy in me who's like, but I wanted to see it on Sony. But then my logical brain's like, nigga, there was a Crash game on the 360. Like,
that stuff, that don't bother me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't pay attention that, it needs to be on this system. I don't care because I have all the systems. That's the whole. I don't do the console war thing because I have all the systems. So if there's a game that, like, as an Xbox game I want, I'll get it. There's a PS4 game I want to get it. There's a Switch game I want, I'll get it.
R.I.P. Scalebound. I need that game to come back to the light. That game had me so hyped. I was getting ready to buy a fucking Xbox that day because of that fucking game. But yeah, I just figured I'd bring y'all that news. That was actually an interesting touch point because I thought about this. Does anybody honestly care about exclusives? I know I don't personally.
Fanboys care about exclusives, which is so stupid to me.
Go ahead, speak your case.
Like, I just think that's so stupid. Like, you know, it's really. I don't want to go. I'll go on a rant for so long. I just think that we'll be on here for 2 hours, and I won't shut up about it.
Hey, I feel you.
That whole console war thing and exclusive shit is stupid to me. I didn't enjoy, flat out.
I agree. I totally agree. Like, granted, there are some games that I would feel like would look weird with different controls. Like, if I seen Halo on the PS4, it kind of fucked me up a little bit. But I wouldn't care. Yeah. Like, if anything,
exactly.
Like, if anything, to me, an exclusive gives you... It's like the biggest reason for exclusives is it gives you a reason to buy that specific console. That's it. Bottom line, point blank, period.
I'd be mad if The Last of Us was on Xbox. I wouldn't care less. I would still buy it for PS4.
Yeah, like, it just gives you... like, when it's available for different options, at that point, just make the choice of where are your friends playing. Most of my friends playing on PS4. Like, I was on Xbox. Like, me and, like, 2 of my other closest homeboys were on Xbox for, like, the longest time. But a few of my other friends were all, like, we're getting PS4s. I was the last person to get a PS4. Once I did, I've never been happier. Because, like, all my friends are playing it. We're all playing together, having a good old fucking time. Granted, I still got friends on Xbox who, like, I'll talk to every now and again. But I prefer PS4. But does that mean, do I hate Xbox? Do I want, you know, our games to stay on PS4? Fuck no.
Like, why do people hate the system? That's what I don't understand.
It's like, a piece of plastic at the end of the day.
Exactly, with some wires and a motherboard. Like, I don't get that. That makes no sense. Like, I have the same reason. All my friends are on PS4. I got friends on the Xbox, but most of my games are on PS4. I don't like the PS4 better than Xbox. I don't like the Xbox better than PS4. When State of Decay 2 comes out, you will find me on the Xbox. That's where I will be.
Chilling. But
when Kingdom Hearts drops and Days Gone, all that stuff, I will be back on the PlayStation because that's the system I want to play it on.
I get tired of hearing both sides, especially Sony fanboys saying about Xbox majority. Like, doesn't that get tired of using the same answer? I mean, I've always looked at the whole fanboy thing as just being extra. And I remember somebody, I seen this video, I forgot who posted it. And it was all like...
call it like it is, it's stupid.
I forgot what it was, but the dude basically brought up the argument that, what about sports fans? I was like, there's an entirely complete difference in between sports and gaming. Sports fans are like extra to the point where it doesn't make sense because they're not paying you and you're basically fighting over a logo. At the end of the day, let's break this shit down to basics. You're fighting over a logo. When you see the Raiders logo and then you see a Kansas City Chiefs logo, that's all you're fighting for. You don't give a fuck about the players. You don't give a fuck about the coaching staff. You don't give a fuck about the cheerleaders. You care about that logo, right?
Exactly.
And on top of that, there is a deep-rooted line of, like, love for that team within your family, right? When it comes to this gaming shit, there's not a deep root in that. If you brought up, except for probably in mine because my parents are gamers, but if you go up to like any casual person or any fanboy, I can almost guarantee their parents were not that heavy into gaming. They're like, you want this system? Here, take it. We don't care. And then you found yourself connected to that console and you're like, every other console's trash because I'm connected to it. Disconnect yourself from the fact that it's a fucking PS4 logo or an Xbox and look at it for what it is. It's a piece of plastic that plays a bunch of ones and zeros that you enjoy. The whole fanboyism comparing it to sports makes no sense because sports requires, you know, a deep-rooted history with the team from trades to different ownerships to a whole bunch of other shit that goes into it. Gaming doesn't really go through that many changes except for fucking graphics. Honestly.
And does that really matter in the end?
No, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't like that argument. And on top of that, there's extremists on both sides. There should be a fan and a fanboy is a fan sees shit for what it is. Do I get mad at games? Fuck yeah. Do I say I hate the game? Yeah. If I don't say I hate your game, I don't like your game that much. But do I get mad at the game? Of course. But do I still play the game? Probably. But do I see that the game has broken parts that I'm willing to call out? Yes. That makes me a fan. Will I play another game if it's on another console? Yes. I'm a fan. I don't let opinions of a bunch of radicals sway me from playing something. That's a fan.
What game is actually perfect in this world?
Yeah, there's no such thing as a perfect game. Every game has its flaws and faults. But at the end of the day, if you enjoy it and you're able to call out like, hey, this part's broken in this game, this is wrong with this game, but I like these parts, you're just a fan. When you're able to call out bullshit on the game, you're just a fan. When you're a fanboy is when you can't see anything wrong with it, where everything is perfect. Those are the extremists that nobody likes. That's why people don't like fanboys. We like fans. At the end of the day, we're all fans of gaming. We want to see the gaming industry prosper and grow because that is an industry that we've all grown up and become accustomed to and we are a part of. We don't like fanboys because they come in and they make us all as a whole look bad.
Exactly.
It's just that easy.
I remember buying Ghosts for the PS3 and I'm waiting in line and we're at a GameStop, everybody's chatting and he's like, what system you getting it for? I was like, I'm getting it for PS3. Oh, you play PS3? Oh, that system sucks. Why?
And
I'm like, why?
9 times out of 10, they can't come up with the reason. That's the funny part.
Exactly. Reason. They just want something to complain about.
Exactly. Like, here's the thing.
I want their voices to be heard.
I will have a discussion with you about why I think something's better or why you think something's better. Like, if he had came at you like, oh, you playing a PS3? I don't like that. It's too much. And he would have brought up reasons on why he feels that the PS3 is not as good as the Xbox. That's a conversation. Exactly. But when they just come out and say, oh, that sucks. It's like, okay, well, what's your reasoning? Like, I could bring up the fact that PS3 had a free online service compared to Xbox. Now, did it run as well as Xbox? No, but it was fucking free. You basically got what you paid for.
Yeah, that was and the whole. Remember when it went down for like 3 months?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Xbox fanboys' greatest achievement. That was their 4 touchdowns in one game.
Yep.
So what?
It's like big deal. Like, okay.
And PlayStation's for the broke people. We pay for our system. Okay, now we pay for our online. So now what?
And then the comedy about the thing was, you do realize the PS3 is more expensive than the Xbox day one, right?
Exactly.
I can't be too broke by buying a more expensive system. I'm sorry. Logic,
exactly.
But another thing that made me laugh. I know we're off topic a little bit, but this is a gaming podcast. But what made me laugh about the whole Xbox and the 360 and PS3 thing was that everybody said that the Xbox gamers are better gamers because that was, the E-League level where, the pro players are playing. What made me laugh about the shit was my friends used to say that shit. And
I was the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
And here's the thing. I was horrible at online shooters. I got better now because of hand-eye coordination. I figured out how to play these games, right? But at the time, like Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2, I was camping because I didn't understand how to play the game fully. And they're like, oh, you need to play on 360. It's better over here. I was playing on 360, got washed. It wasn't until like maybe Modern Warfare 3 I figured out how to play, or Black Ops 1 actually, where I figured out how to play the game. I was watching niggas on PS3 and on 360. At that point, I realized it's not the fucking console, it's the players I'm up against. It's me mostly. Like 360 people and PS3 people are fucking gamers. You're gonna play against trash players and you're gonna play against good players.
What they're saying is, box, you have better reaction time and all other stuff, better hand-eye coordination, all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't add up. It's like it doesn't make sense. It's like you're playing. Like I played against people on PC and beat them. Keep this in mind. I am trash at mouse and keyboard. So does that mean that I'm an elite player? Fuck no. I just know how to play games. Like I've always hated the whole argument that yet again fanboys have between controller and mouse and keyboard. It is proven that mouse and keyboard, or at least is better for online shooting because you have better reaction time, you have better control. I get that. What I don't like is when people try arguing, oh, it's not proven, it's not better. It really is. The only difference is you can play however you want. Like, why are you arguing when you have options to play how you fucking want? I don't get that. If I play on a controller, I'm gonna play on a controller and have fun. If you play on mouse keyboard, play and have fun. Why are you worried about what other people are doing that you're not doing? I never understood that.
I don't understand that either. That could be a topic for another discussion.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that for a discussion piece because I've never understood that logic of trying to argue a point when people enjoy what they enjoyed. Like, just let them have fun.
Most people don't have logic. That's it right there. Most people don't have logic. They just want to ramble and speak and try to sound intelligent.
I mean, I'm gonna have to quote Charlamagne the God on this. Shout out to the Brilliant Idiots because I listen to their podcast almost every day at this point now, or every week now. My man said that when he goes to his therapist gave him a gem and said that one of your biggest problems is that you expect too much from people. And he's like, I didn't understand it at first. And later in the podcast, he said, I think my problem is I expect people to be smart. I was like, that makes sense. I expect people to have logic. Because I don't care about a lot of things that do not concern me, do not interest me. People will argue about shit that don't interest them. And I've never understood that, ever in life.
All right, what's the next topic we got to do?
What's happening, Dante? What's happening, Biggie? Make sure y'all share and like the stream. The next topic is, since we're talking about the Nintendo Switch, actually, which is pretty amazing, Super Smash Bros. Is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I would show y'all a picture. I would share some shit. However, Nintendo don't play that. And I'm not trying to get my stream taken down and claimed and shit like that. Your boys are trying to keep this. But yes, the Nintendo Switch is getting... is getting Super Smash Bros. A game, by the way, which has a cult-like following in the fighting game community. Smash Bros. Melee came out at least, I want to say, 12 years ago, and it is still at EVO. The previous game on the Wii U was released about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, and is still at EVO. Hard, too. Bro, I'm actually excited because I want to play this game on the go. Let me know what you think about this, Eric, while I find this picture.
All this means is I'm about to spend some money. Because my kids saw it, because my kids are hardcore Nintendo players.
Word.
Like, they have Smash for the Wii, Smash for the Wii U. Now they want Smash for the Switch. I'm asked to Smash, but I play with my kids. They enjoy it, so I'm going to get it for them. And law, he's a professional gamer, and he's a professional Smash player. Like, Smash is real.
Yeah.
that is one of the realest games that ain't going nowhere.
And I love it. That's the thing about
personally,
it.
Personally, I'm not good at it. I only play with my kids, or if we have like a party or whatever.
Right.
Wii U, like we've done before. We've had like house parties, and we broke out the Wii U, did the Dance Revolution and all the shit, and we played some Smash Brothers, But I think it's a good idea. It's one of Nintendo's top titles. So why wouldn't it be on the Switch?
It was an anticipated game that people were waiting to play, actually. Everybody was waiting for that shit. Like, there was like, when's Smash coming out? Like, when they brought out, what was it, Mario Kart? Everybody's like, all right, so where's Smash at, though? I want to play Smash, but I'm not buying Switch.
Nintendo's going to clean up like they always do.
And I can't hate... The thing about Nintendo is they be taking L's, but when they come out with a W... It's a fucking W.
Yeah, it's a bomb. It's a bomb.
Like, everybody be thinking Nintendo's dead. No, I'm not gonna say everybody think Nintendo's dead, but like they falling off. They don't know what they're doing.
I don't think Nintendo's dead. My personal opinion is I think Nintendo's for kids.
Yeah, like they always aim for like their target audience is kids, and like the crazy thing is, I grew up
playing Nintendo when I was a kid. My system, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, those were my systems when I was a kid. Now that I have my own kids, they play Nintendo.
Yep.
Like some of my best memories are like in the Nintendo area, the Super Nintendo era.
Yep.
Had the best RPGs ever. Gaia, Chrono Trigger, Parasite Eve.
I remember that one.
Breath of Fire. You know what I'm saying? Just Final Fantasies.
I think the thing about Nintendo is that they transcend generations.
Exactly.
Like the thing about PS4 and Xbox is that they came up in the middle of that dude bro tween era, right? As far as like, when it was popular. Nintendo has always been like that
the forefront.
Yeah, they've always been like that company that was like in the cut making massive money because people remember that. Like, oh, Mario. Granted, I'm not a fan of Mario. I've made this statement many times. It's an unpopular opinion. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not a fan of Mario, but people love Mario. Our parents know Mario. Fuck, our grandparents know Mario.
My mom know how to play Mario, and she's far from a gamer.
You feel what I'm saying? Like they make
my mom would sit there and play Mario with me when I was a kid.
Like not Mario, but Nintendo makes games and titles that transcends like generations. And granted, while we might not agree with some of their business practices, like the whole what was the Nintendo 3DS not coming with the fucking charger, that was some shady shit, and it was still selling.
The Nintendo Game Boy. I remember not the Game Boy, the Virtual Boy.
Oh god. We ain't finna talk about that. But whenever Nintendo comes out with some shit, it's always like to me it seems Nintendo always puts out like kind of test products or like test shit out. Like, okay, are they rocking with this? Nah, they ain't rocking with that. Go back to the drawing board. Rebrand it real quick. Put it out. All right, they rocking with that. Let's capitalize on this. Let's keep the shit going. Like, when they put out the...
Nintendo ain't going nowhere.
They're not. When they put out the Nintendo Wii, that shit, that was like the revolutionary console of like virtual reality gaming. Damn near.
And props to Nintendo for that because, you know, Nunchuck, you know, when I got the Wii, it came with Nintendo Wii Sports. We had me, my wife, and my
Best
kids.
game ever.
We spent hours on that game. Bowling, boxing, archery. It gets you moving. You're not just sitting around on the couch holding the controller. That's why PlayStation and all the Connect,
they
the
tried it.
Move, they tried it. It didn't work as well.
Nope.
Nintendo, they still hold the handheld market, the DS, the 3DS, the Game Boy. Look at the Game Gear.
Oh shit.
Dead. The Vita, dead. I'm glad Microsoft didn't even attempt to put out a handheld system.
Nah, they knew it. Like Nintendo, like it seems like people think that Nintendo doesn't have a solid grip on the console industry. These motherfuckers said, "Fuck that. We gonna have a console / handheld. We're slashing 2 markets at once."
Exactly.
That's the wildest shit to me. Because not only do they have a console that you could plug in and play, they have a console that you could take off and walk around the house and play with.
And what's crazy about it is the Nintendo DSs are still being sold.
My boy has his DS still and buys games for the classic Pokemon. And he bought a Nintendo 3DS recently. Like, oh, Jesus. They just know what they're doing over there. Every time that we out here handing out here L's, and I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes Nintendo deserves these L's. But when they come back with them W's, it's strong.
They come hard.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that Wii, I'm never gonna forget the Wii because that was like the era of like, oh, we need to get people moving. Because they came out with
groundbreaking.
They came out with like the Wii U Sports or whatever, right? Not Wii U Sports,
look at the Wii U Fitness.
I'm saying, but they came out with the Wii Sports and they came out with another one that you need like the specific plug-in to play the game. I forgot what that one was called. It was like Wii Athletics or some shit like that, or like Wii Paradise, some shit, and it had basketball and shit like that. But they brought that out.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't name it.
I can't name it. It's in my game room. I'll grab it and I'll be mad as fuck when I can't remember it. But when they did that, everybody wanted a Wii. Like my grandmother bought me a Wii because I wanted one. I've at least put over 1,000 hours on that shit from when it came out to when I stopped playing it. Easily. That shit was like at every one of my cousin's house, aunt's house, and that was the game we played. Everybody's playing Just Dance. You know the men.
Exactly.
Wii Sports Resort. Good looking, C-Mac. Motherfuckers out here boxing. Motherfuckers out here boxing. All that shit. People were playing that and loved it. That was like the era.
We would go to my brother's house. And his family and my family. All of us, 6, 7 of us in there playing the Wii.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Playing sports and games like that.
If there's any time where I think there was world peace, I'd probably have to say the Nintendo Wii was like one of them days. It would be like the Nintendo Wii, the fucking Pokemon Go era, and the Fortnite era we're in right now. There's probably like 2 other ones I can't think of right now.
I love the Pokemon for the Game Boys back in the day.
I'd probably say Pokemon, the first Pokemon. And then
I ran through batteries with my Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I'd probably say Pokemon when it first initially came out. Then the Nintendo Wii. Then Pokemon Go. And then now Fortnite. Those are like probably my top 4 world peace eras that we're in right now. Because think about it. When Pokemon Go came out, before like all the robbing and shit, niggas was out here in these streets running, walking, interacting, having fun.
I was in Target at the door waiting for my wife to come. Like 5 people came in with their phones out, walking up, looking up. There's Pokemon in here. I'm like, what the hell?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's like these eras that we have ever so often that like there's damn near peace where everybody's just happy. And I'd have to say Nintendo's responsible for at least 2 to 3 of them shits. At least. Vita was dead because Sony support was trash. I'd have to say that they didn't get enough third-party support. Like, there was people saying, and I would agree that there wasn't games that we like to play. But I felt like a majority of people who had a Vita it got old. Like I was so excited when what was that game? Sony All Stars was like the
battle royale thing.
yeah, that game. I was like, oh, that's PlayStation's version of Smash. This is gonna be dope. They didn't support it like I thought they were going to do. Like they would support the shit out that and kind of like let it become its own thing. That game would probably be like one of the top tier fighting games. It would probably come back on the PS4 strong, or probably would have been back. But they didn't do that. Like the games that they had for the Vita, like the Uncharted joint, that game was good as hell because you actually use the touchpad on the back or whatever to climb. Like they had great ideas, but they didn't fully yeah, they didn't bring that heat like they should have. Because they would have done that, I'm pretty sure people would still be playing their Vitas. I know I would be, but I ended up selling it because I got bored of the shit. I saw everybody from kids to adults having fun. I was amazed. I'm telling you, Pokemon Go brought people together. Like I remember going to Arizona. What was it? Mills. That's a place out here in Arizona, like where all the college kids are at and party and drink. I'm not part of that because I don't like partying or drinking. I'm sorry. I'm a boring ass dude. Fucking sue me. I got all that shit out of my system when I was in high school. Fucking sue me. But when we was over there, there were so many Pokestops, and I was like in Pokemon Go heaven. I was like legit out there walking with my friends, damn near ditching them. Like, hey yo, stay at that club over there. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here real quick. I'm out here collecting Pokemon, enjoying. Like I re-downloaded it at least twice on my phone for like when I go to college because there's Pokestops at my college area. I'm not even fully going to class sometimes. I'm just walking around collecting Pokemon. Granted, I pass all my classes. Leave me alone. But still.
With that story that made the news about that dad who's playing Pokemon with his son was like overweight, and they walked every day for a couple hours looking for Pokemon, and his son lost like 80 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you, Pokemon is out here saving lives. Nintendo's out here creating movements. We need that. We need that shit. But anyways, we got lost in nostalgia, and it's okay. But Super Smash Bros. Coming to Nintendo Switch. You heard it here first. I'm buying a Nintendo Switch now because Bayonetta 3, I almost forgot to mention that, is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. So they have 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch. I gotta get it now because I love Bayonetta. And on top of that, they have Mario Kart and now fucking Smash Bros. And I'm pretty sure I'm not a fan of Zelda. Yeah.
Me neither. But think about the following that Zelda has.
Oh yeah, solid. Huge, cult-like. It's actually horrifying because for years I thought that Zelda was Link. It wasn't until
I thought that too. I never understood that neither when I was younger.
I was not told until I was at least 15 or 16 in high school. One of my boys told me, he's like, "Who the fuck are you calling Zelda?" I was like, "The green dude, that's Zelda." He's like, "Nigga, that's Link." I was like, "I wouldn't fucking know that. The game is called Zelda. Let me go ahead and bring up Sonic the Hedgehog to find out his name is Tails." See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm buying a Nintendo Switch because Nintendo coming out with that heat, and they just gave me a reason to buy it now. They really did. But on to other news, because you know we have to talk about this. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has now been confirmed. It has an official release date of, I gotta bring up my other notes.
October 12th, I think.
Yeah, October 12th is a global release, so like everywhere in the world, and then May 12th is the actual you know, event release where, like, you know, they show the gameplay and shit like that, and people overhype it. So yes, this right here. I'm gonna leave that right there. So Eric, go ahead and let me know what you think about this. I'm gonna go ahead and find the damn trailer.
I mean, what is it to say? It's COD, you know? But that trailer gave us nothing. There was no information in the trailer, no nothing. So, are we going back to jet padding? Are we going back? We staying boots on the ground? I honestly think, because I think this is the year of boots on the ground. I think, even though it's trash, I think they follow a formula. You know what I'm saying? Whatever COD comes out, I think Activision follows that formula. So I'm thinking it's going to be boots on the ground. All that leads to is more camping. And what are they going to have in there? Because are we bringing target finders back? Are we going to have this and that? I'm not excited. I'm really not excited.
Okay, so here is the damn, oh shit.
era are we going to be in? I mean,
we still do not know. Well, here is the official little trailer thing.
I need more information. I don't need a trailer, to show me all the Treyarch games in a little flashy sequence.
Yeah, that's basically all that we got. And the only thing that kind of jaded me about this, I'm not gonna say jaded me. The only thing that kind of like made me think a little bit about this was the fact that, excuse me. The only thing that made me really think was we don't know the era. Now, there's rumors and speculation that it is going to be placed in boots on the ground and modern era, because they've seen the formula fail, or not seen the formula fail, but they've seen that people are really tired of jetpacking and running around and shit. My biggest thing about this is Treyarch, please do not fuck this up. You are like, I've said this before, you are the Luke Skywalker.
You messed up right there. You messed it up. They're gonna fuck it up.
You were like the Luke Skywalker of this Call of Duty shit.
I'm mad that you even said that.
Well, because Treyarch makes the best ones to me. They do. In my opinion, they make the best Call of Duties. Black Ops 3 is still a solid game. Granted, there is some OP weapons. They still fucking patch the game, which shocks me. Like, I've gotten more patches for Black Ops 3 than I've got for fucking World War II.
Don't say Fortnite.
Oh no, ain't nothing topping Fortnite. Fortnite, they update they shit like almost every other day, and I'm not even mad. But the one thing that I kind of did not like is that the story mode for Black Ops could have been so much better along the line. Because Black Ops 1 story was fire. That big ass twist when you find out that you're the crazy dude who's like fucking everybody up for no reason. I forgot the dude's name, but you're the Russian guy.
Mason, whatever his name.
No, yeah, you're Mason, but I forgot the Russian dude who you're trying to capture. But yeah, that twist, I like that. Black Ops 2, I can't tell you what was the premise of it besides I'm just running around shooting shit. Black Ops 3, I can't tell you. I didn't even beat that one, sadly enough. I didn't beat it.
I beat Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 2, I didn't even play it. Like, I played like maybe 10 minutes of it. The best story mode was Modern Warfare 2. That had me on pins and needles.
Modern Warfare 2 was dope. No Russian.
Black Ops 3, what I like about it is you could play it with 4 other people, which I think all of the Call of Duty campaign modes should be multiplayer.
It'd give people more of a reason to play it.
Let's be real. Who buys Call of Duty for the damn campaign?
Nobody. That shit ended a while ago. Like, Modern Warfare 1 had a decent campaign. Modern Warfare 2 had a good campaign. Black Ops 1 had a good campaign. World at War had a good campaign.
I'm not going to get my hopes
up high for this. I just thought about that. I just named 5 Call of Duty games.
I'm not going to get my hopes up for this.
Yo, that really just shocked me. I've named like 5 Call of Duty games that had a good story mode, and what the fuck happened?
They start making too much money. The more money you make, the less you put in your product. Because if you know your product is guaranteed to sell, that's why we're getting updates and all this other stuff.
You're right. I think the main focus was would transition into multiplayer. I think the main transition was multiplayer. Because back in them days, people were playing multiplayer like heavy, but it wasn't making the grip that it is now. Like, there's a reason why gaming is like $1 billion industry now. There's a reason for it. Because of multiplayer microtransactions and shit like that. And I think that's what happened with the story.
You gotta think about it. When it comes to multiplayer, like, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox really set it off, because if you really think about it, I can't even remember not playing online 3 and the Xbox. Like, that's the playing online is the norm of gaming now.
Yep.
I mean, that's why they add, like, The Last of Us, that's why they have the little team death matches and shit in there, because they have to put it in there. Do I like it? Hell no. I'd rather take 4 people and play the whole story of The Last of Us and let's go after, that's just me.
I think the fact of the matter is that stories are not as compelling as they once were. Therefore, they're all putting their main focus on multiplayer because people just care about just being the best.
Interaction.
They care about the interaction, just being the best. That's all it's come down to at this point, was just I just want to play online, get some games in, and leave. I don't want to play this story. That's why a lot of these games, they feel like the story's tacked on. It used to be reversed, if you really think about it. Like, Assassin's Creed is a good example. The story was good, and then they added multiplayer. So it felt like the multiplayer was just tacked on. Now it's reversed. It's like the multiplayer is the focal point, and then the story is just tacked on. And I'm sorry, I'm somebody who likes a good story. As somebody who who writes and shit and dabbles in like literature, I like a good story. I like, you know, a compelling story, good characters, twist and shit like that. Even if your story doesn't have even if your story doesn't have like a crazy plot twist at the end of it, make it compelling enough to the point where I'm actually engaged, regardless if I know the outcome. I'll be okay with that. What I'm not okay with is boring stories to the point where it's so predictable where I can't enjoy it.
Like the best point of it is The Last of Us. That story is epic.
Yeah, that story was a trip.
There's really not a better story-based game in the last 10 years than The Last of Us. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong and show me what game it is so I can play it.
In the last 10 years, I was, let me think, 13. I have to go back because I want to say it was Kingdom Hearts wasn't out yet. I really can't think of one. Not off the top of my head. Because I would say God of War, but that one came out, I want to say, before that. And I love God of War. That story was...
Yeah, I love God of War too, but
The Last
of Us, it took fantasy and reality and just crushed that shit together. Like, what if that shit really happened in real life? How would we handle that?
I think what made The Last of Us was good was the fact that you were so... I wouldn't even say so interested in the guy. I forgot his name. You were... Yeah, you were really interested... It was Paul?
Joel.
Oh, Joel.
And Ellie.
Yeah, you were really interested in Ellie. I think that was the thing that made it compelling because that one part, I'm not gonna lie, I think I was watching Chase's walkthrough or somebody's walkthrough. That part where that dude is trying to rape Ellie, that shit made me uncomfortable. Like, I think that's what made that story good because it gave you those uncomfortable moments that you don't really see in gaming too much at the forefront. Like,
it gets you hooked. It's like a good show.
There was that part. There was a part where you're with the two brothers or whatever, and the dude had to kill his younger brother and killed himself. That was some deep shit. Like, there was like deep moments in there. Yeah, like the thing about I think that's what made The Last of Us so great in a lot of people's eyes was the fact that it gave you those uncomfortable moments. Yeah,
look at the beginning when his daughter got killed and they're trying to escape. That was the beginning of the game. Yeah, that was deep. That shit hit home for you, boy. I didn't even play the game, but I just watched somebody else play. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this. I'm not. I'm not doing it. That is one game I constantly play and I will never get tired of.
That's how I feel about Kingdom Hearts, though. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. There's a reason why I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 fucking times.
I love Kingdom Hearts. That brought back the RPG for me.
Or when Tess got bitten, you had to leave her. I'm saying,
yeah. Like,
there's moments. I think that's what's missing in a lot of these games is moments that you remember. Like, I remember Kingdom Hearts, prime example. That's why I'm saying I'm not so sure about 10 years. Cause I'm pretty sure it came out. One where Sora had to kill himself to free Kyrie. Cried like a bitch. You heard it here live on stream. I don't give a fuck. I cried like a biatch. I was so not ready for that. I was trying to find other ways. I was cussing out Riku. He was so many bitch ass niggas to me. Like, I'm for real. I lost my shit. Fucking Kingdom Hearts 2. When Roxas was it Roxas? I think his name was Roxas. When Roxas, when Roxas realized that Sora was trapped inside of him, he had to let himself become.
No, he was Sora's nobody.
Yeah,
basically his body double.
Yeah, when he figured out that he's basically nobody and everything that is around him is like a lie and it's for Sora. Nigga.
And then it's crazy when he was like, I guess at the end of the part when you go play with Sora, he was like, when he finds Sora, he's like, oh, I guess the summer's over. I was like, damn. I'm
saying, like, it's shit like that. Deep moments that hit you where you like set the controller down. You're all like, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. I ain't gonna look like no hoe right now. It's shit like that. Like, you can even see it. Like, we're passionate about talking about previous games. There's not that passion that I have right now for games that are releasing. That's why I am kind of hoping that Far Cry 5 can give me that feeling. Because Far Cry 5, it already has me hooked with the world, the character, the villain and shit like that. It already has my interest. I hope they capitalize on that shit. But first things first, I almost forgot to do this. I always got to shout to the homie. So shout out to the homie, Ricky, and his website. That is, hold up. God damn it. It's not working right now. Hold up. But shout out to the homie Ricky right now at his website. That is 3mglive.com. For whatever reason, this picture is not showing. Hold the fuck up. You ain't finna do my mans like this. You got me bent.
Ricky a damn troll. Last time we were playing we was playing World War II. That fool was trolling. He always trolling.
I mean,
he was trolling at E3. I like Ricky.
I mean, the thing about it is that like he sounded so goddamn depressed playing World War III.
I know he don't like the game. He don't like it.
My man sounded hella hurt. Oh, I know what.
Let's Call of Duty. See, that's the game. That game really just ruins your mood. And you know what? I can't even say it's the game. It's the way people play the game. It's like they have to play the most bitchiest way to have fun. To me, Call of Duty died when it moved to the Xbox One into PS4. It was done.
Elaborate on that while I find this picture, because I remember why it's deleted now.
It's just Call of Duty has. I hear it all the time. Oh, 2K has the worst community ever. No, I don't give a damn. I don't play 2K. I play Call of Duty. That is the worst community ever. That game. It just reaches into your soul and just brings out the bitchness in you, and it drives me crazy because like, why? Like in team deathmatch, it ain't team deathmatch. It's I need to be on top to show I'm better than everybody else. Like people get mad when you're better than them at a game. Like I suck at Madden. I don't play Madden.
You stay in your lane.
I play Call of Duty. Exactly. People get on there and think they're just going to kill everybody and not die, and it's annoying as hell. Like I said, I give COD about 3 more years. If they don't fix shit and they keep on with the supply drop garbage to make money, that game is going to die. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Any game can die. Any company can go flop. Look at the Dreamcast. That was the first system to have, and I'm doing a quote finger here, online gameplay. That system died. And the Dreamcast birthed one of the best games ever, in my opinion, was Shenmue 1 and 2. Well, 2 was on the Xbox. But Shenmue was one of the best, I guess, story-based games
I've ever played. That's the game that everybody's wanted to have a remaster, right?
Yeah, and the part 3 is supposed to be in the works. They did the Kickstarter. They did the Kickstarter for it, and I want to say in like 24 hours, it had like $70,000 on the Kickstarter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But my bad, people. I finally got the damn picture. But yeah, shout out to the homie Ricky and his website. I'm also an article right over there. We're doing big things. Make sure you support the website. There's a link in the description box below. 3MG Media will do all things entertainment, all things gaming. I also have a shout out for the homies over at the Gaming Illuminati, because they like to me they're the first ones who did it, to my understanding. But shout out to the Game Illuminati. This is actually a horrible picture. The resolution didn't fully register yet, but whatever. Game Illuminati podcast. GameIlluminati.com. Make sure you check that shit out. The link of that will actually be in the description also. Check that shit out to do all things geek. But on to further matters. Enough with all the goddamn plug-in. I also need to get a new picture. Gotta remember to do that shit later. Boom. Okay. Matter of fact, Black Ops 4. Hey, goodbye. What's happening?
Hey, shout out to my wife just came in here, though.
Oh, word.
That's my wife right there.
2K has that effect, and I don't play online 2K on Superstar makes you rage enough as is. The thing about 2K, I don't want to talk about 2K because I can legit talk about that shit.
Please don't.
All day long. There's a reason why people know me damn near on like the GMG podcast, because I was the dude who looks like Tupac and apparently Kobe, and the dude who originally raged or spazzed on 2K. Like, there's a reason. I was told I looked like fucking 90s Kobe or young Kobe or whatever. We donated to it. Sonia, shout out to you for donating to that. Damn.
That's my wife right there.
Oh, word? Oh, lit. So, on to like the final matter. This is just something to close that out. Actually, we have one more topic I forgot to mention, but Fortnite is now going to mobile, and among that, Fortnite is apparently close to being cross-platform. First off, Fortnite literally took the fucking gaming industry right now by Storm. The game was initially a damn PvE tower defense game where you get to build your own tower and defend it. Easy on paper, it had potential, but I've said this before, it lacked its own identity and it lacked substance that would make players want to play it. Easy enough. Changed. Yeah. As soon as they had a battle royale, these motherfuckers just said, we got this. That was it. And the thing about the battle royale, not many people were playing it initially. Everybody thinks that like it just took off. No, it had a slow growth because people got tired of playing the H1Z1, which wasn't finished, and I'm about to go in on that one.
Please go in on that one, please.
They had H1Z1, and then they had PUBG. The thing about H1Z1 and PUBG is that neither of those games were finished. I think PUBG's still not finished.
But PUBG looks fun, though.
Yeah, PUBG's definitely fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I play PUBG every now and again. It is fun. But Fortnite was a finished product. It says early access, right? That shit's not an early access no more. It's really not. It just says that. That game is completed and is fun. While it does have its few bugs and glitches, like most games do, it probably plays the smoothest or probably the best out of all games. I've yet to encounter a game-breaking glitch, a game-breaking bug, a glitch where I'm stuck and I can't move. And I'm saying this because I've experienced this on PUBG and H1Z1. I haven't experienced that on Fortnite. I think that's why why the game is has the industry in a chokehold. And now they're bringing it to mobile. You understand what I'm saying? Mobile. That means, you know, on your phone. So I could be at work on break playing fucking Fortnite. That is wild to me because I think, what was it? PUBG tried doing that. And I don't think theirs is taking off like that. But Fortnite's doing it. They're already on PC, PS4, and Xbox. And now close to mobile. And the crazy thing about this, it's about to be a cross-platforming game. Which means I can play with people on all platforms.
I shitted on Fortnite in the beginning. Now I have so much respect for that game. Like, I'm still not good at it. I only got my first win a couple days ago.
It felt good, didn't it?
It really did. I really did. But like, there's no pay to win. It's all cosmetic.
Every ounce of it. Every
now,
ounce.
It pisses me off because I feel like everybody else finds the good guns before I do, and that's how I get whopped. Yeah. But there's no. Oh, I can buy. If I buy this, I buy this pack. I'll have the purple scar or the gold scar to start out with.
You can't.
It's
do that.
none of that shit.
Wonder how the updates will be on mobile. I can tell you how the updates are going to be, but continue, because that shit's crazy.
Who makes Fortnite? What company?
Epic.
Shout out to Epic because like they put microtransactions in there and they stuck to their word. They did it the right way. There's no advantage.
Not an ounce.
Good at the game, you're good at the game. It's totally on you.
You know what's the crazy part? Even the cosmetic items. You know, like some cosmetic items, like they increase your hitbox. This game doesn't do that shit. So you can have that big fucking teddy bear. All that does is make you more of a target. But I still have to hit your head, and your head doesn't have an increased hitbox. I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed.
Me too. There's nothing else I can say.
I can't say really nothing bad about Fortnite. I think them going to mobile is a great move, only because they're riding that hype right now.
They took it's the same thing with Rocket League a couple years ago. Rocket League took over the damn world, became MLG and all that stuff. Fortnite is going to be the same way.
I'm telling, they're going to find a way to make fucking Fortnite an MLG thing. I'm calling it right now. They're going to figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, I feel like they're almost there because
I feel like with this team shit they're doing. I feel like with this team shit they're doing, like how you know how the update now is like 20. I feel like that's them testing the waters of like this team shit, like in a more controlled basis. I feel like what they're rolling out is going to eventually be 4v4s, and that's it.
You know what? The only thing I would like to see in Fortnite is a mode that you don't have to deal with the storm. You and your team go in and you just hunt for loot and hunt for the other people.
That's probably going to be an eventual update.
That's the only thing. The storm can go, and they can let's transition to some more maps.
That's another rumor. Like what they're doing right now is that with the map that they have, they're basically adding new areas to it. I think what people are asking for is an entirely different map because for all the people who are watching, you are familiar with Tilted Towers. Tilted Towers is like where all the action's at. That's where everybody drops at. That's where all the loot is at because there's big ass buildings and shit like that. What people are asking for is a different map, only because regardless of how many new areas are adding within Fortnite, is within the base map, people are still going to Tilted Towers. Like, that's all they care about, just going to Tilted. I think that they need to add this new map to A, refresh, to keep the game fresh, but B, encourage players to explore. Because don't get me wrong, I land at Tilted at least 85% of the time.
I'm trying to stay away from people because I die too damn fast.
But even then, like when I land somewhere else, like on the outskirts of the map, just like maybe one other team. And then like by the time we get to like close to the circle, like with like the last, I don't know, 15 players, I'm like in the top 10 already. So they need to add a different map. I agree.
I'm not gonna lie. When I played the other day, I played a couple games and I got a win. And we were just fighting it out with those damn pickaxes. And I guess I was winning because the other person started running. I literally chased the person until two of my teammates came over and shot that person.
Hey, sometimes you gotta jump them, bro. You gotta initiate them.
That was fun. Now, do I like getting jumped in that game? Hell no.
Yeah, it's fun when you're doing it to somebody. It's never fun when it's happening to you. That's just the
exactly.
fact.
That's life.
Exactly. It's genuinely okay. But I will say this: Fortnite, Epic, y'all did y'all thing on this one. I actually appreciate this because I actually wrote a review on this and they actually liked my review on that. So shout out to y'all. But them going to mobile, they're riding the hype of their game right now because it's taking over like the world damn near. Because you see celebrities playing this. There's a rumor that Drake's about to play like with some popular fucking streamer. Drake. Regardless of what anybody says about Drake, the nigga's like one of the top 5 richest rappers and there's a huge influence on the industry. What's up?
You know the homie Black Ninja, right? 901, right?
Yeah.
He was streaming and Lil Yachty was with him. You know what I'm saying?
In regards to people like Lil Yachty or not, them motherfuckers bringing a crowd.
Exactly.
It's a win-win for the gaming industry. They win because they're getting gamer fans over their crowd. It's one for us because we're getting more people who enjoy our game to increase and keep the community and game alive. It's a win-win.
A rapper, whatever, but Drake's a regular person behind closed doors. He likes movies, he likes video games, he likes this and that. A lot of people think because these celebrities they're so big in regular people's eyes, they don't do the norm. They piss and put their pants leg on, you know what I'm saying? Their pants on just like we do.
People tend to forget
There's
that
no difference.
Shit. Like, cause like when you generally meet these celebrities and don't approach them on some fan shit, like as a normal person, they tend to respect you more and actually want to talk to you. Just take this advice. I know that you want to fangirl and lose your mind to see your favorite celebrity. I understand this. I get it. Trust me. We just approach them like, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. I'm aware of who you are. How you doing today? 9 times out of 10, they like that because they don't get that interaction like with fans. They tend to get the, oh my god, I can't believe it's you. They're like, all right, it's cool, bro, but I'm a person. But yes, Fortnite, do your thing.
Exactly. A lot of people think these celebrities are not people.
Keep balling out. Keep putting out these updates, these new modes, all this cosmetics. People are loving it, eating it up, and I applaud y'all for that. But I forgot to add this topic. H1Z1 is free to play. The game that was supposed to be the ultimate battle royale.
I'm gonna go get some water. You rip this apart.
Go ahead. The game that was initially supposed to be the battle royale gargantuan that everybody loves. It's supposed to have zombies and all this other stuff. It's free to play now. And for those of you who do not know, it lost 90% of its player base to Fortnite and I think to PUBG at one point. And PUBG took a hit because of Fortnite. That only tells you how strong Fortnite is. But yes, H1Z1 is now free to play. The game that was initially you had to pay for and, you know, to play, and I think it was like in what, early access and shit like that for at least a year and some change, at least, is now free to play. And they added a mode that is always getting advertised on YouTube and shit like that. Is now free to play. This is the product of not finishing your games and just writing off microtransactions. This is what happens when you do not listen to the community and do not fix the game and add shit that should not, you know, be worked on. Worry about finishing your game before adding shit. That never works out. When you add shit to an already broken game, you end up looking like Paragon did with Epic. I'm sorry, Epic. You know what you did. You were adding stuff to that game, or adding people to that game, and the game wasn't even finished. You can't do that type of shit. You need to make sure your game is finished. That way, we know when it's released from early access, people can then be like, hey, buy the game now. come and play it. It's not early access no more. Because when you hear early access, people are initially like, oh, buggy, glitchy, don't work. That's what you did. You shot yourself in the foot. Because
unfinished product.
I'm saying because the main people who were actually at H1Z1 or the main dude went to create PUBG. And then what happened to your game? Your game started dying that much faster. Then what happened when PUBG started slacking on their shit? When the damn vaulting mechanic was supposed to be in the game eons ago, barely gets added. Fortnite came out. And what's Fortnite doing? They making sure they're on top of their shit. Every problem that people are having, they are listening and applying it. That's what you that's what, I'm not gonna say all you companies, but a good portion of companies are not getting. H1 in particular, I hate to see games fail. I really do. Because I played H1 with the homie Trey and Ricky and them. Had a blast. I got one kill. My one genius moment, I got a kill. It was a proud moment for me. But I played the game and I had fun. But then I was like, I don't really see why I can't do some of the shit within this game. Like, it still felt kind of clunky to me. Maybe it's just me, but the game felt pretty damn clunky. I played PUBG, a smoother and more fun experience, but I can't fucking vault. That's the problem. Granted, you can vault now, before anybody tries coming at me later. You can vault now. But at the time, you couldn't fucking vault. Not to mention, there's still glitches and bugs in the game where you get stuck and you can't fucking move. Even when you get down and you try leaving, you can't escape. There's glitches on YouTube by some of my favorite YouTubers. You know, shout out to the homie. Not the homie, because I don't know him like that. But, you know, shout out to Smitty and things like that, where he makes, like, his funny moments. There was a glitch where where one of his friends got stuck in a car. They tried blowing him up that way, like, you know, probably morph on top of, like, the hill where they're at. But ended up on the bottom of a mountain dead.
Wow.
It's shit like that. Granted, it was hilarious. I did get a good laugh out of that. But that's the problem. You guys worry about, you know, cosmetics and, oh, let me put in the microtransactions and they'll buy that. Fix your game. Finish your game. It's already broken. Why don't you fix what's broken within the game that we can reach the full product? And if you want to put microtransactions in it, hey, go ahead. As long as they're cosmetic, I ain't got a problem with it. But granted, y'all gonna do whatever the fuck you want to do. But that's the problem.
It's all about a profit turnover. They don't care about the consumer.
The LTM is going away with the new update tomorrow, but Fortnite just tweeted they discovered an issue that's preventing the update from releasing. They're gonna probably hold up. They did? Huh. Well, we gonna see. I know they're gonna fix that shit. They making way too much bread off that. But that's my problem with H1. Because H1, dog, I literally did have fun and enjoy that game. I was enjoying watching videos of people playing that shit. But to hear that the game, which initially I think cost $30 or $40 at one point, is now free to play, that should tell you something. Especially like one of the main people behind that game went and made their own shit with PUBG. And now their player base is dwindling to Fortnite. Y'all might want to take notes and really pay attention to finishing your game, bringing out a finished product before just releasing it because you think it's done. You know what you get for a half-ass project in school? You don't get the A, you don't get the B. You damn near 9 times out of 10 get a D or a fucking F. Finish your shit, then release it. Because I can guarantee you would not feel comfortable releasing a game that you hate if it's half-ass. I'll take that back. Not even that you hate. You should not feel good about releasing a game that's half-ass put out. You shouldn't. You should take pride in your product. Now, granted, I will give them some type of leeway because they have deadlines to meet, and sometimes some of these games are stretched longer than, or at least the developer project says is stretched longer than their allotted time because they find bugs, glitches, or they try to make some feature in the game. I get that, but when it's all said and done, when the smoke settles, you need to at least have the basics of your game down. That way it's a full finished product that people can enjoy and play. And not have a bunch of gripes with day one. It should come later down the line like, oh, this is broken. Oh, this needs to be fixed. Oh, this needs to be worked on.
What I like about Fortnite is, number one, the game is free. You can't complain about a free game. That's number one. Number two, it's a skill-based game that is cosmetic with the microtransactions only. So there's no advantage. The constant updates, so they're constantly on it.
Like, there's a skill gap to the building aspect of that game that a lot of people sleep on. They think that's casual as fuck. It's casual to an extent, to the RNG cycle of you picking up loot. But overall, there's a skill gap because people on that shit watch popular streamers. Watch these highlight videos. They know how to build a fortress in seconds and know where somebody's gonna be. Shit. It's wild.
I just mastered the stair building in that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's actually a skill gap in Fortnite. You can't just think, oh, I'm gonna build a bunch of walls. That shit don't work. You don't know how to build stairs to get over and around somebody or get out of a situation because stairs take a little bit longer to shoot than the walls. You're not gonna pay attention to that shit. You're gonna get washed.
I was watching some guys stream Fortnite and they built this humongous brick and steel and wood this compound, and they had traps in there. They had those bouncy things in there. So if they got overtaken, they would jump and fly out. Like,
you feel me? Like there's skill. There is skill. So H1Z1.
They put some strategy.
Yeah, there's actually
H1Z1. What I didn't like about that game is that you can tell it's a post-apocalyptic game, and it's about where were the damn zombies. Stop putting out these post-apocalyptic games, these survival games with nothing to survive except for other players that you barely see. That's why State of Decay 2 is going to be the best.
Try to tell somebody. Like, y'all need to really
I watched the podcast from last week. We all State of Decay 2 when it come out. And you know what's dope about State of Decay 2? Mm-hmm. It's $30. And it's $30 standard issue. And I get whatever you call it, the the upgraded issue. The upgraded one. Like the shit,
the collector's edition type shit.
Yeah. It's like the one with the more shit you get with it.
Yeah, like the advanced edition.
What? Like 2K has the VC edition and those editions. Oh, so God. The standard one is $30, $30 to $35, and the one with all the good shit in it is $50. It's still less than $60.
That shit's wild to me. H1Z1, I do not want to see you fail. I really don't. I'm not one of those people who wants to see a damn company fail. I really don't. I'm not the type of person. But y'all need to learn from this. The people behind it, y'all need to learn from this and realize that maybe we should make a more polished product before putting it out and having an early access for up to like 2 years. PUBG, y'all still have a solid fan base and a solid grounding for your game, so we're not really worried about you failing anytime soon. But get that game finished and get the people what they want as far as the game goes. I'm not going to talk about full gameplay mechanics because some of that shit you might leave in the game for the simple fact of balancing. I will give you that. Fortnite, keep your shit fucking cosmetic only. Continue to bring out these updates and bring us a new map that we can enjoy. I'm actually gonna play this shit when it comes out on mobile eventually. I'm gonna see what that's all about. I'm probably gonna be trash at it.
Fortnite, if they do the pay-to-win system with guns that you can buy, it will fail.
People are gonna be turned off by it, especially if they have it behind like the season things. People are just gonna immediately just buy the 100 season shit. But, anyways, people, that was about a solid, I don't know, close to hour and 30 minutes worth of the podcast. We had a lot to talk about in this. Hope y'all learned something. Hope you grab the gem or two. Hope this puts you onto some games that you might not know about or might be sleeping on low key. Eric, what's your close statement, my brother?
Pretty much. Thank y'all for watching. If you go check out my channel, man, I'm about to start uploading more. I'm about to start streaming more. I'm getting back in the groove of things. And, shout out to you, Woo, for having me on here every week. I appreciate it. And it was fun, as always.
All day, every day, buddy. Eric's channel is in the description box below, as well as the homie Biggie. Shout out to Biggie for always making that money every week.
Yeah, Biggie, you gotta get back on here with us, man.
Oh, facts. We gonna get him on, even if I gotta finesse his way in one of these days. But as well as the SoundCloud, because the podcast will be available via SoundCloud in case you gotta take it on the go, in case you want to re-listen over some things. All the homies' links and whatnot is in the description box, as well as the GI channel. GI website. I don't want to use their channel. And as well as the 3MG website. Make sure y'all check that shit out. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was episode 6 of Run Those Games. Hope y'all enjoyed. See you next week, and we out.